Welcome to Rugby 100 Club. I am your guy, Matt Courtwright, and I'm with the man, the myth, the legend, Connor MOONEYHAM. Sir, thank you for making time. Glad we got our technical errors out of the way
We
between
figured it out.
myself and you. Like, dude, we're the combo. We're the technology crippling combo.
Making me feel old when I can't figure things out like that.
You know, technology's cool when it works. I mean, it wasn't you either, so it wasn't even old. It was just like sometimes you just got to reset your stuff and call it a day and hope it works, full send.
Same thing with life, sometimes you just got to
Yeah.
reset your days and wake up to the next. But how have you
Right.
been, Matt? How's it going?
I've been good the last couple of days. Thanks for asking, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a major setback with my health. The first of the year, medical changed, and as you say, feeling old. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it because I didn't have my medicine right away the first of the year, like I was supposed to have every 3 weeks, and had to wait till like the 8th week, and so my body started digressing, started falling backwards, and got my treatment, as I call it, pole dancing days, because I got my IV on a pole, so I dancing with my pole all day.
Nice.
So I've been, getting up on my pole dancing skills the last couple of days. So yeah.
How the heck does that process work when you're not getting your medicine? You're supposed to have it in 3 weeks, and it comes 5 weeks late. Like,
Yeah,
they just say tough luck, or
pretty much. Yeah,
that's
like
insane.
because our medical changed because the employer changed the brand or whatever,
Right.
and so you have to get like pre-authorization. This is all the stuff that you don't think about until you actually need it.
Of course.
And of course, I've never needed anything like this before, so I've never had to be concerned with it. So you have to get some pre-authorization. I had to learn some lingo that I never would have learned having to figure out other people's jobs. And what I come to realize is it gets denied first. And so then you got to jump through hoops and get a hold of doctors and ask them to do certain things and interact with other doctors and staff, etc. Super boring. So boring that his camera went out.
I'm Connor MOONEYHAM, and this is the MLR, baby. Yeah. I got married, I graduated college, and I got drafted all within 3 weeks of each other.
Well, my man, I'm going to ask you a couple questions and see. I'm curious to know the answers. What inspired you to pursue a career in rugby, and how'd you first get into it?
Yeah, so I first started playing rugby when I was about 11 or 12 in middle school. My dad introduced me to the sport. He had played at San Diego State, and I really thought I was going to be playing football after high school. I had played football and rugby at the same time. As you know, the season's different. And I was talking to a scout for BYU football when I lived in California. And then I thought that was going to be my pathway, and I thought that's what I was going to do. And then I moved to Texas and sort of lost contact with that guy, that agent, and I got reached out to by Life University and a few other colleges to play rugby. And then I didn't know really where I was going to go until my visit to Life University. I was like, "Yep, this is it. This is where I want to go. I want to win some national championships. I want to just improve my rugby a lot." And then there wasn't really a pathway to become a professional rugby player back in those days. And as soon as I came back from Argentina, then the draft came up, and the rest is history. So as soon as I found out that I could get drafted and become a professional rugby player, it was something that I had discussed with my then girlfriend about doing. And then everything kind of fell into place. I got drafted, got married, and graduated college all within like 3 or 4 weeks of each other. So,
Whoa!
Yeah. So a lot of like my life has really been like that. It's just been like pretty bang, 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 big changes very quickly.
Man, no sleeping. Nobody falling asleep at your wheel, bud. That's
No.
incredible. When what a queen you have too. I mean, what she's become such a queen, should I say? Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I mean, we're expecting another kid here any day now. So yeah, props to Morgan. She's been holding down the fort since we've been married. And yeah, I can't thank her enough. Sometimes I don't give her the props that she deserves, but I'll give her that public one right now that she's the
let's
best
go.
and she deserves it all. So
She does, man. She does. She's always got a really genuine smile on her face when we get to see her too. Like she is a happy heart all day long.
that's
It
true.
just I
And it
love
reflects
people
it.
like her, dude. She's just fun to be around. You just gravitate to her, bud.
Yeah, it reflects in my son a lot. I see a lot of those personality traits in him, and it makes me really happy because he's always happy.
Yeah, no doubt. It's an art. It's a choice, right? It's a choice at the end of the day. You can either whine and cry or you can put a smile on and just brave the next adventure, you know?
You know better than most.
Ah, thank you for that respect. Tell me, can you share a moment in your career that stands out that's like most challenging and how you overcame it?
Oh man, I'd probably say when I tore my ACL in Seattle. Um, that would have been in 2023, so 2 years now. 2 years
Yeah.
ago now, it was the second to last game of the season and the very last play against the New England Free Jacks, and tore my ACL on the sideline. I knew that I tore it because I saw my kneecap dislocate as well, and there was a lot of pain and a lot of um, uh, retrospect or introspecting thoughts as an athlete after that injury. Almost that little voice in your head saying, "Can I come back from this injury?" Um, and then you know, ACL recovery is typically 9 months, and so just having that thought in your head, especially as an athlete, when you want things now, it's like
Yeah.
when I was going through that recovery process, there were some days when I wake up and I'm like, man, I really need to just wake up and get it done, get this rehab done. And shout out to Giannis at Sports Physical Therapy out in Bellevue. He's the man. Single handedly helped out the Seattle Seawolves get back to get back on the field. There was a lot of players that saw him and were repaired by his services, including myself. Um, and not to downplay anybody else, but that man helped me out more than I can thank him.
That's killer. That's killer. So, how has that road to recovery presented itself? Like, because again, what month was that? That would have been like what, April?
So, so I had my surgery on the 5th of July. That's the date
Okay.
that I remember in 2023.
Yeah.
Um, and then I got my cap for USA a year later. I think on the
Wow.
exact day, a year later.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's some
yeah.
killer recovery, dude. 3 months
Like
after
I
the
said,
nine. That's huge.
like I said, shout out to Giannis and
That's
everybody else who
massive.
helped me along the way. No, it was a big journey, but it was like you said, the positivity of my wife kept me going as well. I had a lot of strong people in my life that helped me get through that dark time.
I love it, dude. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I'm like wrapping my mind around it. That is a big deal. Like, I know you're making short of it, and it's pretty quick, but no, that's a lot of emotion. That's a lot of in your head. Trying to keep your mental health up to par. Can only imagine, dude.
Yeah, any athlete, especially at the high level, if they've had an injury like this or suffered a really long recovery process, they probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, because you don't know if you're going to see another. You don't know if you're going to see the pitch in a jersey again. You don't. You got to be like bouncing
Yes.
around in your head a little too much.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's pretty
Yeah,
dark.
I bet. We'll be back with another question.
Love rugby? So does Matt. He is host of the Rugby 100 Club podcast, where Major League Rugby stars tell their stories. But it's more than a podcast, it's a passport. Rugby 100 Club builds epic fan trips to follow your team on the road. Game day tickets? Included. Tailgates and fan meetups? You bet. Unforgettable memories every single time. Rugby 100 Club, where fandom meets the road.
So I'm just trying to keep it short so that way we can do some, people won't fall asleep watching us.
Yeah, no worries.
You know how people attention deficit disorder these days.
Yeah. I can cut my answers too a little bit.
No, you don't cut them up, dude. If anything, we want to hear you talk. Nobody wants to hear this guy talk. I mean, especially not today. For some reason, and I'm sorry that I'm so lethargic, but I'm just not my cheerful self, and I want to be so bad, but getting my treatment, man, it's just
You're
it just
you're
whoops my
looking good.
butt.
I'm telling you.
No,
I'm telling you.
thank you.
Whatever
My
you're feeling
hands
right
feel
now.
like they're my hands feel like they're. Have you ever grabbed something that's hot and burnt yourself?
Oh yeah.
It's exact afterwards, then obviously initially it hurts to holy what, but
Yeah.
the feeling afterwards where you feel like there's burnt skin, and you can't really feel through it. That's how my hands feel, and my feet. So it's really just uncomfortable at the end of the day.
Right.
Don't really want to touch anything, don't want to grab anything, just kind of want to curl up and hide. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine what that feels like because I'm a big sensory guy. So I couldn't imagine if one of my main things was not feeling right.
Yeah, ever since this has happened, when I touch things, it feels like really gritty sandpaper, like something you'd sand
Yeah.
with wood. And so,
Interesting.
you'd go to touch your wife. I mean, you're just thinking about touching your wife on her back,
Right.
skin to skin, and it's just never the same. It's just
Yeah.
so weird.
That's
So
wild.
weird. I try
Does it
not to
come
get
and go
sensitive.
or is it constant?
It does come and go.
Okay.
But mostly meaning come and go means that the part that is constantly there is that it still feels like sandpaper no matter what. It's
Mm,
just on how intense it is,
yeah.
uh, and how much how discomforting it is. It's kind of weird to explain because I've never felt this before. Kind of weird,
Right.
but say like yourself, it's like you get an injury and you just got to figure out how to push through it and keep your mind right. And if you end up walking with a limp, you end up walking with a limp, and you got good war stories to go before that walking with a limp happened. I don't know.
Right. Right.
I don't know, man.
That's
There's
I
no
mean
sense
that's a
in
good way to
crying
think
about
about
it.
it. Yeah. I'm
You
there
know?
with you. I love that mindset.
Yeah, you have to, right? Because otherwise, everything's a doomsday, and nobody wants.
Yeah.
You don't want to live like that. That's terrible. We all know people that are chose to be like that, and they're like Eeyore, and nobody wants to hang out with Eeyore all day.
Yeah. I agree.
Connor, got a couple more questions for you, sir. Uh, what does a typical week of training in preparation look like for you during the season?
Yes, yeah. So here at Anthem, they do things a little bit differently. We train 3 days on, so we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we have Thursdays off, and then Friday captains run. Saturday we play a game. Typically at other clubs I've played at, it'll be Monday, Tuesday on, Wednesday off, Thursday and Friday train again. So it's a little bit of a different mentality, a little bit of a different mind shift coming into the week, knowing you're going to have a really hard day on Monday, really long day, hard day on the training field, and then Tuesday's more of a learning day, and then you come back up on Wednesday, and that's probably where you're going to get your most contact in, your biggest physical day, because then Thursday you'll have off, Friday walk through on the pitch. So it's not bad, I'd say. It's just different than what I've been used to, and honestly, I'm pretty used to it now since it's been a few weeks of us doing this.
You enjoying it more or less, or do you even have an opinion?
My body, I thought, would react differently, especially because we push ourselves so hard on Wednesday, and we'll go straight from a contact session, eat lunch, have a little bit of downtime, and then we'll go do lower body in the gym. And I would always think that on those days, so yesterday I was thinking like, man, I'm going to be really sore and it's going to be a tough gym session. And then we all end up hitting insane numbers and going really hard in the gym. So it's a little bit interesting. And these are things way above my pay grade that a lot of people have done research on that I don't understand, but my body feels good when it comes to the weekend. So that's all that really matters.
That's great. No,
Yeah.
how dare they change up the norm, right?
Yeah.
How do you handle the mental and physical demands of playing your sport at a professional level?
Oh man, this is my fifth season now playing professionally, and so my process has changed a lot in regards to physically taking care of my body and mentally taking care of my body. Physically, I've taken rehab a lot more seriously, doing a lot more stretching at home, hitting the Theragun. The pool is closed right now, but when it opens back up, I'll be hitting cold plunges. And things like that, just really getting my body right. And mentally, I've learned that I used to feel really bad if I took some of my workload from training and I would take it home and kind of unload that on Morgan. But now I've learned that I can talk about some things, and she's actually really interested to hear what I have to say, and that helps out a lot. So far, no griping or anything like that since I've been here, so that's all been good. Um, but yeah, mentally, just having someone to talk to when you come home at the end of the day, and not holding it in has been really beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Morgan seems very approachable. So, like, that's a huge deal, especially
Yeah,
when she hasn't, well, I mean, she hasn't been a professional athlete, but yeah, I mean,
she's an athlete herself, and she's
yeah,
gone through two ACL tears, and so she understands the highs and lows of being an athlete and wearing the jersey, not wearing the jersey, going through rehab and all those things. And so it's a little bit different being married to somebody who understands those things. It's been really helpful.
yeah, that's huge. That's a huge deal because somebody that
Yeah.
doesn't isn't going to really know how to even interact with you.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
much fun. All right. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Love rugby? So does Matt. He is host of the Rugby 100 Club podcast, where Major League Rugby stars tell their stories. But it's more than a podcast, it's a passport. Rugby 100 Club builds epic fan trips to follow your team on the road. Game day tickets? Included. Tailgates and fan meetups? You bet. Unforgettable memories every single time. Rugby 100 Club, where fandom meets the road.
All right. We're back with Connor. Connor, what advice would you give a young player aspiring to be a professional rugby player?
Um, Probably the same advice I'd give to my son someday. Um, the game is growing big time in the US. You see the deal with the MLR and with ESPN. You see a lot of changes in American rugby and a lot of culture shift. I think that if you want to continue to play rugby and try to become a professional athlete, I think that there's a lot of avenues and a lot of people that you can reach out to, and a lot of professionals in the MLR and around the world that will talk to you. A lot of rugby players are really humble, and they're not like NFL players or MLB players that make a ton of money and won't message you back or whatever. I'm willing to bet that if you message, 10 guys, that at least half of them will get back to you and tell you their piece of how to become a professional athlete and their own version and their own story. I think that you find what's good for you and just keep going at it. I feel like my
That's
I
good
feel like
advice.
my answer I feel like it changes every time I get asked that question, but that's kind of where I feel like it is right now.
Well, that makes sense because, you're not the same guy you were yesterday or a year before that. So, no, that makes sense, Connor. Yeah, just in the few years I've had the lucky the ability to know who you are as a man and be around you a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you've gone through a lot actually. Like that major incident you had in 23. I when that happened, when you fell down, man, I think I was all of like 10 yards from you on the sideline, actually. That was before all my ailments hit me. And I saw it happen, and I just was like, I was sick to my stomach watching you collapse like that. It was hard to watch. So, like, yeah, you're a wise man beyond your years right now, bud. Like, and you're healthy.
Yeah.
Let's go with that, buddy. You're healthy.
Yes, that's huge. That is
Man, you
huge.
just bought a house.
Yep.
That's, I mean, again, another level, another checklist. Done, buddy.
Yeah, no complaints. I can't complain. A lot of things are going well, and yeah, I attribute a lot of that to my faith, and a lot of that to just having a strong family, a strong family figure in my life. So it's yeah, I'm truly blessed.
I love it, man. I love your humbleness, bud. So, okay, who are you thankful for in your rugby journey? A shout out or two, if you will.
So I gave a shout out to Giannis earlier, and this is kind of an unconventional shout out because he has been a big part of my rugby journey, getting me back onto the field. So I just want to reaffirm that he has been pivotal in getting me back out on the pitch. So that's someone who's been huge in my rugby journey. And then probably my dad, just getting me involved in the sport from day one and telling me that I needed to play this sport because it's the best on the planet. And yeah, I wouldn't be where I am today if he didn't push me to get on the field at 5'5", 115 pounds. I was so small when I first started. I was a little scrum half, and yeah, I hit my growth spurt pretty late. So
Shout
needless
out
to say, it
Pops,
was
man.
yeah, it was a rough start to rugby for me. Not gonna lie, we lost every game for 2 years straight. So
Well, that's good advice to give any young blood too, then, because like, you know, get comfortable with losing because you're going to do a lot more losing in life than you are winning.
yep,
You know, you gotta lose fast to recover, learn the lesson, move forward, and grow, and so you can get to that victory.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, man. No, that's cool, Pops, and yeah, it's funny how your medical staff can really play such a huge role in your life. Yeah, believe it, it's happening.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Got
No
no
doubt.
negatives to say about the medical staff in Seattle.
That's awesome. Well, we wish you best of luck in Anthem, and can't wait to see what's next for you and your team, for that matter. I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. Like, I love to see all the new faces on that team. I love what Brandon Sparks is doing with it, and man, I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that you guys have just an amazing, amazing season.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that the city of Charlotte is backing the boys this year too. So it's been good to get a lot of this encouragement where last year maybe it wasn't felt so much.
Yeah, no, hopefully you guys can grow some local support and fill up that place, get some
And get a freaking win.
Hollas out there.
Get the first
Yeah.
win on the board.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah,
be
you
nice.
will. You will. It's not a matter of if, it's a
Yeah,
matter of when, for sure.
yeah, it'll come.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you guys got a lot more talent on that team this season than last and ever before, for that matter. So nothing but going up from here, bud.
Yeah, 100%. And the boys are excited as well. So let's get this season cracking.
Love it, man. Okay, well, good luck. I'll be looking for the post when you and Morgan have your new baby boy. Excited
It'll be
for you.
soon. It'll be soon.
Yeah. Good luck in New Orleans for the first game of the season, and
Appreciate it.
can't wait to cross paths with you at some point again, sir. Excited.
Yeah, we will.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos at youtube.com/Rugby100 Club.